A person's a person, no matter how small, said Horton the elephant, the sincerest of all. He protected the weak, and in their place he stood tall. There was a clover with people upon it. They were small, but Horton cradled them in a mitt fabricated out of compassion and understanding. Horton cradled these people, called the whos without demanding anything but mutuality, for common respect is what should be the glue to society. But later the animals did find out that the whos did exist after all, and they ended the phase of their fear of the different and helped Horton protect the weak and the small, for they are still people after all. The Sneetches they lived on beaches, you see. Some had stars upon their bellies, and others were starless, a shameful thing to be, because everyone knows that starbelly Sneetches have all the fun without you, without me. The Sneetches were subjected to a foolish ploy, for Sylvester McMonkey McBean did toy with their pre-existing insecurities and deep-rooted cultural identities. Sylvester McMonkey McBean knew that star or no star, a false twinkle on your chest won't make who you are. Sylvester McBean wanted money, you see. He does not care for you or for me. He does not care how we feel or how we feel others see we. He just wants that aforementioned money. The Lorax speaks for the trees, the valorous giants that hold the key to our existence, bearing fruit and air, a foliage that encompasses humanity, redolent of human hair. Trees are humans, can't we see? But capitalistic industry treats them with a special savagery, meticulously uprooting them for their profitability. The Onceler came to a beautiful land and cut down all of the trees. He had to listen to supply and demand and cater to all of the people's needs. He took a pristine forest and ruined it. Mother Nature was thusly defiled by greed. And the Onceler, with all of his money, was too cheap to plant a simple seed. But in the end, after his business was gone, he stopped to think and realized his wrong. He dropped a seed into the palm of a boy. He told them that if he planted that, the Lorax and the beautiful land would come back. Yertle the turtle was greedy, and subsequently he was needy for power and command. He wanted the other turtles in the palm of his hand. He ordered his turtles to stack feet to back, making him a tall throne. At the bottom was Mac. Mac was the bottom of that social ladder. He grew tired of being stepped upon every hour by turtles that were no bigger than he. In fact, the only difference that he could see was that they were weaker at the knees. So he let out a big burp and thurp. All the turtles fell down into the muddy ground, and Yertle the turtle, king of all he could see, was the king of the mud, and the mud was his totalitarian succeed. The Yooks and the Zooks fought very hard, even coming close to playing a total war card. They fought over ignorance wrapped in pride, each of the leaders increasingly snide. The Yooks and the Zooks could not agree, because they buttered their bread differently. These fascist societies planted a nationalistic seed, fighting for their butter, but what was the need? Unjust government is really bad, with crazy leaders who are just a tad detached from humanity, killing for fun, with twisted paranoia-laden ideals. They make us normal people run. Totalitarianism, capitalism, fascism, and more. They're all bad for society and environments galore. So what does the author of these stories subtly say? Embrace Marxism, and embrace it today. And why must we fight for a classless society? Classes are bad. They separate us, you see. They separate you, and you from me. They promote hate, greed, and jealousy. They fester with ignorance, and they blind our vision so that we cannot see that you, and you are actually very similar to me. We all bleed red, but we let power go to our heads, and in the end, a lot of people usually end up dead. So it's simple, dear classmates, simple indeed. No races, governments, or classes should divide us, because society is us, not me. "A person's a person, no matter how small," said Horton the elephant, the sincerest of all.